Okay. Welcome to the Yorkshire Business Journal. I'm Ruthia Robinson with Hannah Bratley, the CEO of Frame. So, Hannah, could you tell us a little bit more about your role at Frame?
I'm sure. Well, firstly, thank you for having me. So, yeah, I'm Hannah, the CEO of Frame. I co-founded with my business partner Liam a couple of years ago now. I'm very heavily involved with the operational side of the business, the day-to-day running. I sort of have touch points across sales, marketing, HR, payroll, pretty much everything which isn't the direct hands-on tech. So I'm sort of swooping in and out of various departments at the minute.
I'm glad to hear that you kind of have your hands on everything because I want to know a little bit more about the workforce behind it. I know that you guys are a small company. Could you tell me about the roles of each member and what they contribute?
Yeah, absolutely. So Liam Fulton, he's our CTO, and he oversees all the technical work across both the consultancy side of Frame and the Better Images, which is our product. I met Liam 5 years ago. I didn't know much about technology at all, and him being a director of data science really opened up my eyes. I thought tech was something that was just it just existed in London, and I didn't know how much of it there was going on. You see so much going on across Manchester, Leeds, Sheffield, Liverpool, Birmingham, and York, and so much beyond there as well. So he really opened my eyes to that. So it's Liam and I as the co-founders, and then we have seven more. Ironically, we have two Wills and three Liams. So I don't know how that worked out, but we've got a team of data scientists. So we have Ruben, Will, and Lisa working on the both across consultancy and product as well. And then in my team, we've got Will and Attar. So they do a lot of the marketing, all the social stuff that the campaigns that we put out. And then the other two Liams work across software development and engineering as well. So they're responsible for building, maintaining, and servicing our Better Images portal for our customers.
Okay, thank you so much. So, let's get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty, if you would. Given that the product can kind of be applied to everything, specifically Better Images, what is your marketing strategy and what has been your most successful method of outreach?
So I guess from a business perspective, our business's perspective, having great images on your website is super important. And I think it's fair to say that a lot of companies spend a lot of money and time getting the perfect shots for their website. Better Images is about automatically creating more images, such as like the product in use in a setting, having an increased vibrancy on the site automatically to save people the time and effort of going back to the studio. Our most successful method of outreach is attending meetups and talking about Better Images. It's a very visual thing, and just having a couple of slides of here is the before, the single image, low quality image, and here is the after. This is what we've generated through AI. That's really powerful. So talking about it and raising awareness, it's like you'll have a captive audience and you'll do the before and the after, and it's like something just like clicks. And so many times I've just heard people say, do you know what? I get it. I really get the power of it. So yeah, talking about it at events.
Okay, so is there a particular industry that you would outreach to the most or that you think would benefit the most from a service?
I mean, it can be widely applied. However, the way I approach it is thinking about customer needs versus customer wants. If I'm ordering my antibacterial cleaner that I use in the kitchen, because I'm sad like that, I will just go on Amazon, and it doesn't matter that it only has one image because I've used that product before and I'm going to purchase it. However, if I'm trying to justify buying a brand new sofa or a £2,000 mountain bike, and there's only one really poor quality image, I cannot justify that spend. So I think it's about getting into the mindset of customer. Is it a want or is it a need? And I think when it's a need, it really works well in those sectors. So we're thinking leisure, homeware, healthcare, health and beauty, those kinds of sectors where people are thinking, well, that's something I want, but I need to be assured that I'm getting a good value or a good product.
It seems that Frame does kind of appeal to the method of like you see first and then you buy. So you kind of want to confirm that the product is quality through pictures. And after seeing Frame's success, and specifically Better Images success during the holidays with almost 200% in pre-Christmas surge from retailers, what are your projections for its performance for 2023?
Yeah, so 2023 should see us hit revenues of £1 million, and we do want to continue on this trajectory. But looking at the Better Images customers, our aim in the short term is to get to 100 partners a month. Because of the technology and how much it can scale, if you can do 100, you can do 1,000. If you can do 1,000, you can do 10,000. So the mantra at the minute is just really aim for the sky and just keep on growing and growing our customers.
Okay, so you spoke a little bit about the AI service that you use within Better Images. So is it created by one of your engineers, or what's the story behind that?
Yeah, so it's the automated AI has been built in-house. I think it's fair to say everybody in the team has contributed to that, be it the data scientist aspect of it, the development of the portal, the engineering of the portal, and also like a shout out to Will and Attar and the marketing team, sort of getting the message out there about the portal and this is what it can do and this is the rewards you can reap for your business. So the technology automatically scores images out of 100. And from there, we look at the lowest performing images by comparing to sales data. And then we generate the new images for the website. And that is predominantly done by the data scientists. Where the software development and data engineering comes in is we connect to the platform that website uses. So it could be Shopify, Squarespace, another one. And that's where we can like monitor the sales and the uplift over a couple of weeks. And we A/B test all our products to make sure that the ones that have better images generated are showing a true uplift in sales. So all developed in-house, everybody sort of has a unique role in that customer journey. But yeah, it's all down to the work of the team.
Okay, so can you tell us about other aspects of digital marketing that Frame offers consultancy for?
Yep. So whilst working direct B2B, we also work with a lot of agencies as well, digital marketing agencies. And the Better Images has a slightly different offering there. So we're looking at image SEO, altering the alt text and amending file paths just to make sure that we're optimizing those products on search so that they appear higher up. But a lot of marketing agencies look at creating content and sort of social campaigns across Instagram, Facebook, Google. And so we also can keep generating more and more campaigns automatically to avoid sort of creative burnout. So we can sort of refresh that every so often, maybe like once a month, twice a month, depending on the needs and the desires of the customer. And then we also can do quite a few bits with Google Shopping as well, just making sure that you've got that one singular, really crisp image that appears on Google search. So there's a bit of a suite of different things that we can build on top of the Better Images there as well.
Okay, because I wanted to ask a little bit more about Better Images AI. Usually when we hear about an AI program, it's sold as the service alone, but you guys have a certain human touch to things. How do you think that makes you stand out in like the marketplace of digital marketing?
Yeah, so absolutely. So I feel, I'd be wrong to say that there isn't competition out there. There are some companies that do this already, and they do a really good job of it. And especially there's a couple in the US at the minute that are real sort of leaders on the forefront of it. The difference is with us is that having developed the API, it does make it a lot easier for businesses to plug in and sort of seamlessly use it and sort of access Better Images through our portal. And that's kind of been done by design to make it as easy as possible to generate Better Images and get going straight away from day one and seeing, like, reaping the rewards of and benefits of that higher conversion online.
Okay, so I want to get back to how we do outreach, and specifically what local businesses do you guys tend to target?
So when in the early days, we did quite a few sort of projects locally. So I worked with the West Yorkshire Combined Authority to look at sort of smaller companies, selling homeware, pottery. We had a chocolatier, somebody that does really nice coffee beans. And we worked with those in the early days to do a lot of research and development, testing, proving that we can make an impact. So across there, we saw anything from between sort of 17% upwards of 37% uplifts for coffee. They were really sort of integral of developing the product and getting it to where it is today. From there, we targeted bigger companies. I mean, I think people always say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Having worked in the tech scene for the past 5 years, we started to reach out. A massive win for us was Halford. Doing their mountain bikes online, we achieved a 17% uplift for them. That really kind of put us on the map, I think. And we continue to work with smaller SME style businesses, but also the big corporates as well.
I'm glad to hear like the come up. It's such a great story of how you've worked with local businesses and you kind of increase your impact as you go along. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about how Better Images can impact a company's social media marketing, given that social media is very much first come, first see, if you will.
Yeah, so I think social media is really powerful, and I think a lot of businesses use it to promote their products and services. And there are teams of people working so hard, creating creative campaigns and keeping the messaging fresh. As you know, there's a lot of stuff that can go on in the news and things like Black Friday sale and seasonality and things like that, Christmas, Halloween. So Better Images can help with that. So for one thing, it can help by creating and generating new campaigns, getting more creative with the images. And then one of the things that we've developed into the product is seasonality. So when we were working with that chocolatier, their product images were spot on. They were really good. They'd already spent a lot of money getting their product images, and we couldn't deny that there was any problems with them. But they were struggling to sell certain lines over Christmas. And when you looked at their range of products, out of 100 products, there was only 10 that fell into the Christmas category. So what we did was we Christmasified them. So we put wreaths, Christmas trees, gold, silvers, baubles, and we generated more images that had a December Christmas theme. And that meant that instead of just selling 10 products through Christmas, they were selling their whole product range. So we've done some of the things for Halloween. Easter's probably going to be a big one. And I think it just helps with that creative burnout and keeping things fresh.
Okay, that sounds amazing. So as any good interview would end, what do you want to tell us about Frame?
I think just try it. Just try Better Images and see what it can do for you. I think there's so much to offer, and there's going to be so many more developments on the portal in the coming months. And you know, thinking about the seasonality stuff, that was a bit of a surprise in the back end of the year. I'm excited to see what the future holds, but even if it's just a little test on 10 or 20 images, we're just super excited to work with partnerships. We've broken into so many new sectors, and we're always looking forward to the challenge of being presented with a new one. So yeah, just have a chat with us or connect with me on LinkedIn.
Okay, sounds absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for coming this morning, and you gave such great answers. I cannot wait to see what the future of Frame holds.
Thank you for having me. Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.